everybody, I'm Tom Vassell. Welcome to Week in Review. Now you may have noticed a lack of reviews from Z last week, and that is because Z went to the hospital. A mixture of asthma and pneumonia really laid him out, and fortunately as the last week went by, he got better, and so we're very thankful for that. Many of the things that we were planning to do last week, we were not able to get them done. You'll see maybe a few of them this week. Thank you to everyone who sent well wishes and thoughts about Z. He is still recovering, but at least he is home now, and we appreciate all that. This here is a video in which we're going to give you quick blurbs and our thoughts on the games we reviewed last week. Here we go.
Hey there, I'm John from John Gets Games, and last week I reviewed Isle of Skye. This is a tile laying game where you actually set the price for the tiles and purchase them off of your opponents. Almost everything in this game happens simultaneously, and this game totally blew me away. I absolutely loved it. It feels like a 2-hour Euro experience that only takes...
Oh, hi there, YouTube. I'm Forrest Bowers Game Corner. This is my week in review. First game I checked out was Tile Chess from Steve Jackson Games. This is a 2 to 4 player chess variant in which you are not going to have a board at all. Plays way too long at 2 players. Is a little bit wonky, but if you enjoy chess, this is a try before you buy. If not, you're going to want to steer clear. Next, I checked out Odious Censor, which is essentially Taboo, but mixed with inappropriate language. So if you like Taboo, if you like talking dirty, this might be up your alley. If not, you're going to want to steer clear. Last but not least, I checked out Scrabble for Juniors, which I was pleasantly surprised by. I thought this was going to be a little too old for the kids that I work with and my son, but this is a fantastic learning experience for kids who don't even know how to spell yet. It teaches you how words and letters work together. Highly recommended to anyone aged 3 to 6 years old. Great game. If you enjoyed this, go Broncos!
Hello my friends, it's the Game Boy Geek here. This past week I reviewed a bunch of games on my channel. Let's start with Hengist. This is a 2-player game from Uwe Rosenberg, which actually was a terrible game. It was very light, but there wasn't a lot of decisions to be made. A lot of it was the luck of the card draw. It felt like a germ of an idea that wasn't fully developed. I'm surprised his name was actually attached to this one. The next one is The Legends of the American Frontier from Richard Lanius. Awesome artwork, awesome components, awesome theme, a little bit of storytelling element, and some card play. But the card play was really just nothing but a luck fest and wasn't very engaging. The next one is Tornado Ellie, which is sort of a kid's game, a dexterity game where you're playing cards, you're stacking these barns and cards up almost like a Jenga big tower, and you're moving this tornado around. And I can see that it's fun for kids. The rules are a little ambiguous, the cards have no icons, it's a little hard to learn, but once you know the rules, it's not a bad kids game. And finally, Gum Gum Machine. This is sort of a game that has this memory element and a puzzle element. It's good for families, probably kids 8 to 12 is best with families, and it's fun when you're going around and trying to remember where certain things are, and you're trying to activate different parts of the machine, remember later which things do what, and it's a good solid game.
Hey folks, welcome back to another week in review. Last week I was able to get no less than 8 videos done, a lot more than usual, but hey, it was fun, and I hope you guys enjoy it. I actually had to make myself some notes so that I made sure that I mentioned everything. So first of all, I was able to do 5 videos for Imperial Assault and the expansion packs that came out. First of all, I was able to do Han Solo, and then I was also did the one for Chewbacca, and then I was also able to do one for the Wookie Warriors and Leia Organa, and then I was also able to get one of the first expansion packs to come out. That was the Rebal Saboteurs. So those 5 videos, they're not really reviews. They're more of instructional videos to kind of let you know what comes in those packs, so that you can make better decisions on choosing whether or not to buy it. So those were the 5 videos for Imperial Assault expansion packs, and I was also able to do a full game review for 2 games. I did one for Slaughterball, which is a new game that's just coming out. You've probably seen some of the ads on Board Game Geek from Frog the What Games. It's a pretty cool game, kind of like a mash between your favorite contact sport and UFC or something to that effect, where you can score points playing the sport, or you could score points beating the crud out of somebody. Of course, in the game, not for real. And then I was also able to do a review for Ghostbusters, the board game. It's a very light, I think more of a family style game than anything else. It had some regaming qualities to it, but check the video out and see what you think. And then I was also able to do a new Battling Brushes video with Rob Oren. We kind of took a little time off, almost by accident. The month just kind of got away from us. And so now we're back with our next few installments. So this month we're going to be doing Arcadia Quest. And there's 37 miniatures in there. We're going to be showing you how we painted them all, and hopefully that can be some pretty good tips for you guys. This week, Rob took care of the Orc Marauders and the Goblin Archers, and I was able to do the Hammer Beastmen and the Spear Beastmen. So go check all those videos out. We'll see you on the flip side, folks.
And for me this week, I took a look at Horrible Hex, which looked bad, sounds bad. I mean, the word horrible's in it. It's essentially just laying tiles out and trying to match them with patterns. It's been done before. This one does not do it well at all. The expansion for Hoyuk, which it felt like this was one of those Kickstarter expansions, like, hey, we're adding more stuff to add more stuff, new ways to win, but that distracted from the actual game itself. Jason and I together took a look at Modern Art, a game that he has a much higher opinion than I do, but I certainly will admit it's a very classic game. It's just auctions, 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 auctions. I like it. It's fun, but I do get tired of, the never-ending auctions in it. Zambezi, which is a racing game, a little long for what it is, but still some fun. Just kind of push your luck, drawing cards, a beautiful board, moving around. For families, a very light game. I think they'll enjoy it. Resistor, which for some reason has an extra space at the end of it. This is a two-player game and flipping and manipulating cards in a row. It's exactly what it sounds like. You're going back and forth flipping these cards and trying to win that way. Entertaining for a while for two players. Mix It, which could have been much better than it was, I think, if they had added more colors and things. But as it is, kids will probably enjoy putting monsters together. Hey, here, look at this monster, look at that monster. And that is what Mix It is. Open Sesame. This is where they've mixed push your luck with memory. Oh, I know memory is enough to turn some people away. However, the memory in this game is not too bad. It has a fun Alibaba and the Thieves type theme on top of it, and a little bit of push your luck adds together for a fast little card game. Moored Im Arosa. This is a entertaining game where you're dropping cubes down into a tower and listening to see. It's just such a unique thing. I think I like this one because it looks cool when you set it up on the table. It just has this idea of, what are you doing there? You're dropping things inside a tower. The gameplay itself is interesting, an interesting theme laid on top of all that, but can be fun. Orphan Black, the card game. This is a game in which players are trying to get people to join your secret faction, and you're manipulating the different people in this game, the different clones, trying to get them to come to you. I don't know a lot about the TV show, but I did enjoy this, and it was a good twist on the who are you type games that are out there. Hoyuk, which is a game in which you're trying to control city blocks by having the most of shrines or having the most fields or the most houses, and you're placing them out. And as a game where you're kind of working together to get things done, but you're at each other's odds the whole time. Now, with a small modification I made, I enjoyed the game. Other than there is some very random events that happen over the course of the game, which I think will decrease many people's enjoyment. But the base core of the game is pretty interesting. Jason and I took a look at Nautilus Industries, which is a mean and very simple stock market game, but very well put together. Some very intriguing things that you can do. You have a few actions each turn, but you're affecting everyone else the whole time. A lot of fun. I just wouldn't play it with the full complement of players. And finally, this week I took a look at Onitama, which is the second game in Dice Tower Essentials. I got the first production copy. The rest of it is being shipped now from China over to the different distributors. So hopefully you'll be able to see that in a month or two everywhere. So if you want to see what this great game, which I really like, looks like, I did kind of an overview of the game. And that's it for this week, folks. Thanks so much for watching Week in Review. Until next time, I'm Tom Bassel, and this is the Dice Tower.